Welcome to the Casey and Clay Matthews estate in Calabasas, California.
The home features 7 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms. It's approximately 14,000 square feet on 1.65 acres. And it's on the market for $29,995.
We can't wait to show you inside. What I love about this house is you can tell that Casey designed this for her family. It is so thought out. There's so much quality. There's a lot of custom pieces you're gonna see throughout. And I like to describe this as a fun and kind of colorful take on a family traditional home. Here we are in the foyer. Shana, I love foyers because they speak to the person walking in so much. They tell you about the house. This has a double high ceiling. You have beautiful moldings, limestone floor.
One thing Casey did is she paid very detailed attention to all the chandeliers and light fixtures throughout the house.
Yeah.
This chandelier right here is actually an antique 1960s Czech Republic chandelier she had flown in.
It's incredible. And also the sconces, these are really beautiful. A lot of bronze accents.
There's a ton of surprises in this house that I cannot wait to show you guys.
I love the seamless transition from the limestone floor, which also has the herringbone, to the blonde herringbone floor in here. And even look at this gorgeous detail. There's an inlay of brass around this floor. The coffered ceilings in the foyer continue here and the moldings throughout. Important, I think, in homes to find those moments that have transition and flow.
And one thing that's very important to Casey and Clay was that they wanted to keep it modern and like a French style, but at the same time keep it very comfortable.
You just want to plop down in here. I think we should go across and look at Clay Matthews' office, which was custom built for him. There's a surprise in here. Follow us. You've got to see this office. So here we are in Clay Matthews' office.
One thing about Clay is he is a big fish collector. He's had a fish tank since he was young.
Wow.
So what he wanted to do in his house was to put a fish tank. He actually originally was going to make this entire wall a fish tank, and Casey actually told him that that's not going to happen, and they compromised.
She scaled it down.
Yeah. So
this is like 85 feet.
It's 800 gallons.
Wow. But how does the new owner even service this?
They like to keep everything hidden and pretty, so you just actually open these up.
That's what these are for. That's amazing.
Okay.
This is huge.
It's 800 gallons.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So I see coral and a lot of pops of color, and it really brightens up this masculine sort of dark, moody room, which is obviously intentional. There's a ladder that goes all the way across the room. Again, the same moldings, but now in a dark wood.
Behind these library walls is an incredible safe room. Come check it out. So he has a safe here. You could use it as really whatever you want, but it's incredible.
So I do love all the fun wall coverings and pops of color that are in this home that Casey so methodically put in. One of my personal favorites, it is a powder room. This is the Gucci Heron wall covering, and then the Calcutta marble floor. It has brass inlay and a pattern throughout. Then it has a floating marble and bronze sink. This has the guest talking for sure. So just off the foyer, it left down the gorgeous corridor. We have landed on Casey's office. And what I love is Casey took this fabulous marble that has some jades and greens and blacks, and she played off of that into the drapes. These drapes are incredible. They're really elegant with this light green. And this room spatially opens up and allows her to see
The great room.
So here we are in the great room, which is actually a kitchen integrated into a living room. I love how they chose a very neutral, beautiful Calcutta marble, which flows into the breakfast nook Every family likes to be in the kitchen. It's the heart of the home, right?
Definitely. They realize that this is where they spend the most amount of time. To have this completely integrated was very important. If you look up here, you'll see these antique wooden beams. While they were living in Wisconsin, since he was playing on the Green Bay Packers, they actually found a barn, and these are all flown in from Wisconsin.
So this is reclaimed wood from Wisconsin that has a part of his history and his career. That's amazing. And it's really hard to find pieces like this that are statements and that mean so much. So that's incredible. I also love these floors. So these are a beautiful wide plank. What is this, a walnut?
It's walnut, yeah.
Fabulous. And then the juxtaposition with the wood and the steel. These are steel cased custom windows that are throughout the home. It also takes it integrating from the kitchen to the living room now to the outside. Real California living. This is more than a great room. It's the room that the family loves and was built specifically for them. You see quality, you see fit, finish, and touches that are not in spec homes. They're not done by developers. This is done by love. Across from the great room kitchen, we are in Clay's billiards room. This is actually Clay's billiard table. This can stay with the house for the right price.
For the right price.
Tell us about the colors, and I love how playful it is. Burnt orange with blue. Nobody would think to do that.
That's kind of where we're seeing, once again, Casey's creative side with her pops of color. So you have this ink blot blue, and then burnt orange. Then you're seeing all the beautiful blue shades here that are all electronic.
Wow.
And look at this, they brought a piece of their home.
Where is this from?
It's from Wisconsin.
Amazing.
Yeah.
These details are incredible. It really is magical out here. I love from the pebble stones to the koi pond and this fountain. And it's situated just off the outdoor dining room. So I can imagine that guests sort of flow over here and have their glass of wine and sort of congregate to talk amongst friends.
And look at these incredible archways that they built out. It kind of gives it that Parisian feel that Casey was looking for.
The timeless materials that you see, from the slate roof to the gorgeous archways and the smooth plastered stucco. You have an outdoor blue limestone on the floors. The details are incredible. In decades to come, all of these materials will still be relevant. I love the flow of this. It's like the wood-burning fireplace, the heat lamps, also the built-in fans. And then behind us, what we have are these Santa Monica Mountains. You do not get a view like this in California very easily.
It definitely took Clay a minute to find this incredible piece of land.
You can feel the air quality from the mountains, and the breeze transports you. It's incredible.
A little bit of that ranch feeling at night, especially at night.
Oh, absolutely.
Completely quiet.
I could see that. And then underneath the pergola, which you'll see has gorgeous bougainvillea that's very young. It's planted young because the family thought this was their forever home. So that's all gonna grow up and cover the pergola.
It'll go all around.
That's incredible. So that's your grill and your bar and another dining area. California's made for this. And I'm so happy when I see families really use the weather that we have here for their lifestyle. Off the atrium is the most incredible guest quarters, or cottage as the Matthews like to call it.
It has a full kitchen, bathroom, guest room, and seating area, and an incredible fireplace.
I love this pool because you are swimming in front of the Santa Monica Mountains. It's a saltwater pool. And what's great is I find that families' number one concern with pools are safety and security. Casey thought out a beautiful ironwork, removable fence. Also, one step further is an electric cover. So with the touch of a switch, you can cover the entire pool. The hot tub is integrated into the pool. This is really thought out. You have a fire pit just behind the pool. And then we have some gardens, right?
Clay actually took up gardening, and they planted 50 trees in the orchard. We We are now here in the primary suite where you can see these expansive ceiling heights along with the wooden beam that we saw it downstairs in the great room.
So this is the beam from Wisconsin that was in the great room?
Yeah, so they have it in here, the great room, and in the cottage. You have these incredible tall oval windows over here with these coves built into the ceilings.
And this is all custom work. That's what's so incredible.
Yeah.
To achieve this, it's a custom oval window with a custom cutout above it. And that just helps to project the light and the ceiling height.
And another thing you see here is this built-in bookshelf, this incredible Calcutta viola fireplace.
You have this bronze inlay. It's kind of a repeated theme throughout the home.
And then over here, either a reading nook, seating nook, office.
This is great because some people like to have their own separate TV room for couples that, you know, somebody wants to go to sleep, somebody wants to read, watch TV, work on your computer. This is a great space. It also has a deck that overlooks the pool.
The primary suite features 2 walk-in closets.
They're reminiscent of a Rodeo Drive boutique. I love how everything is so purposeful. His side is dark and rich, hers is light and airy.
Off of the closets, we are now here in the primary bathroom. Incredible Borghini stone, both on the bath and on the shower.
Beautiful, imported from Italy and then repeated, but in a different sort of way on the floor. Makes it look seamless.
Yeah.
This is a bathroom. We are in the foyer to the primary suite. So this is a circular foyer, which I love. It's almost Paul Williams-esque. It has a recessed circular inlay on the ceiling, which perfectly houses this gorgeous chandelier, one of many in the home, that are hand selected by Casey. If you go to the left of this foyer, you have what works for the Matthews as their nursery. This is probably the sweetest nursery I've ever seen. I'm in love with it. The custom closets that are just fit for a little one with the curves above, and then you have the perfect spot for a crib. Off of this is an ensuite bathroom, and you cannot believe this bathtub. It is mosaic tile with a gorgeous Calcutta bottom. I have never seen this in all of the hundreds and hundreds of homes that I've ever sold. This has a baby body wash. I mean, this is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. So I've never really wanted a baby again until I came into this bathroom. Also, for a newborn, there is a deep Alia sink, which the baby can be placed right into and be bathed. This is truly incredible. Off of here is, again, a tucked away water closet, beautiful coved cutouts for storage, and this is the sweetest nursery I've ever seen.
On this lower level, we have a 9-car auto gallery, wine cellar, and 15-seat movie theater.
One thing to take note of is in the garage, there are 4 Tesla batteries that can also work as a generator for the entire home. I just love every aspect of this home.
It was just very well thought out, and we have to owe it to Casey, who did such an incredible job.
Behind 2 double gates, you're in Calabasas, the very star-studded and coveted neighborhood for the privacy and security, the beautiful Santa Monica Mountains, the 1.65 acres of land, and all of the indoor-outdoor things like the dining room and the sitting areas and the fire pits.
All of this could be yours for $29,995.